Small forward at 6'6", number 7,
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Then it's Thompson, and it's Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 2. And for Boston, Pritchard and White are their guards. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Queta in at the 5, down low. You know, when you break down these teams, Greg, they are excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, so let's give credit to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort.
You know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Pass to Okogie, the 3, trains it from beyond the arc.
Knocked down that time by Josh Okogie. He's been working on that jump shot, and you can tell, trying to be more consistent with it.
Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Raptors. And Brown throws it down.
We've come to expect plays like that from Brown. He won't waste any opportunity to throw it down.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. We talked about Kevin Durant and just how challenging a matchup he is. He told me, quote, his length is what makes him so difficult. Throwing that quick release on his jumper, all we can ask our guys to do is get a hand up on any shot they can. We'll see how effective their defense is on Durant tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lets it go from deep. That doesn't go either for Brown. The Rockets have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons, player almost a decade younger. Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
Yeah, he's more than capable. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. And here is Durant following Jaylen Brown's 3.
That's exactly what you want to see, your big man playing big. Strong board.
Here's Minot. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Durant kicks to Smith. And the 3 off target. Celtics leading by 4. Pritchard with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Inside. Minot. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Another miss by Houston. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Off target from 3-point range.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Nice shot by Thompson.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Here's Queta. Brown outside. Pass to Queta. Thompson with the rebound.
He converts those at a high rate, but not that time.
For 3, Smith. And Boston with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Rockets. Tari Eason comes in for Josh Okogie. Wasted no time on that one.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. Tillman's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jabari Smith. And Shepard subbed in for Durant. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Kick out to Adams. Here's Eason. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 3-point lead. Well, Clark, after missing most of the 23-24 season, Tari Eason came back strong last season.
Boy, he sure did. I mean, he really looked good and comfortable out there. Made quality plays at both ends of the floor. You really hate to see anybody get injured, but especially a young guy like him. But youth gives him a chance, I think, to bounce back pretty quickly. Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Adams outside. Over Boucher. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Boston leading by 3. The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Whitey's checked in for Boston. The Rockets also changing it up. Şengün comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Thompson. Eason's shot is good. Eason's got 6 points.
Defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepard. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Celtics have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And on the court, Simons is like a lightning bolt of energy. He hustles hard and just puts in the sweat to outwork the other team.
And the Rockets making a change here. Davison's checked in. Simons from outside. Drills it from outside. He's got 5.
Love the energy on his drive. The defense didn't expect that coming from him.
And he slams it one-handed.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Boston on top, leading by 4. And don't go away, we'll be back momentarily. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
So on the floor for Houston, we've got Alperen Şengün. He's out there with Steven Adams. Shepard out there with Tari Eason. And it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Kevin?
You know, they've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. Tate, he's checked in for Houston. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Tate.
Number 0.
Simons on the wing. Good on the 3-point shot. Simons has got 8.
And you got to get out and run ahead if you're the defense. Simons, too big a threat from deep.
Holiday, the pass to Adams. Over Boucher. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Simons finds Hauser. And the foul on Torrey Eason. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Simons on the wing. Boucher sets a screen for Simon. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
From outside the arc, Şengün with the bucket. He's got 5.
You know, as they try to cut into this lead, they're having a lot more success with the three-point shot here in the second quarter.
It's stolen by Shepherd. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. The kick out to Holiday. Houston moving it around. Eason. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Pass to Simon. Back to Hauser. Clark, so many games left on the schedule. We are only scratching the surface of the season.
Yeah, you know, these first handful of games have been a lot of fun, though. But you're exactly right. I mean, there's a ton of season left to go, and the standings are going to be pretty fluid until we get further along in the season. After knocking down 2 threes in the first quarter, he's been a non-factor from deep.
Pass to Simon. Now here's White. Boucher with a screen on Eason. Shot clock at 6. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Adams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Simon.
A massive energy force. Adams is about 270, and that's all nasty. Very hard to contain, and he draws a lot of fouls.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Some changes here for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and Jaylen Brown subbed in for Tillman. And then for Houston, Smith checked in for Torrey Eason. Kevin Durant comes in for Aaron Holiday. And it's Thompson in for Shepherd. No good on that one. Second free throw, no good. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Boston leading by 5. To Hauser. Smith against Brown. Boston needs to get off a shot. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Tough 2 from Durant.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Adams down low. Hauser defending. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. The Celtics second.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Einod's checked in, and it's Simons in for Derek White. And Durant sends it back.
You feel somehow Durant is still a bit overlooked as a defender and shot blocker.
Pass to Şengün. Thompson for the triple. Rebound by the Celtics. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for Boston. Brown outside. They set the pick. Pass to Queta. The rebound by Steven Adams. Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range.
You know what the result's going to be when Durant makes a move to the bucket like that. Just a matter of how hard is he going to throw it down.
Queta, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
For three, Smith hits it from three-point range. Smith's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Celtics have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Brown kicks to Simons. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Simons has got 8 here in the quarter.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on. Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Simons surveying the D. Fires from deep. A shot off that time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Celtics lead by 2. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
34.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
Got to give it up for their second unit, leaping off that bench, going out there playing like starters.
Roster depth a key factor for them here. All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
You look at the Celtics. They've had a great start to the season as we thought they might. They play together. They play for one another. They're well coached. This team is a team to watch for the rest of the year.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Queta in at the 5. Roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Queta. Here's Minot. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Şengün kicks to KD. Smith on the wing. Lets it go from the wing. And Şengün with the basket on the assist by Smith. Şengün's got 7 points in the game. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Durant. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. The shot's good from Smith.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Minot. Brown outside. They need this. Rebound by Okogie. Rockets have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Three-pointer. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does his team want from him?" He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Back to you guys.
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie.
Second chance points, and they were top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. They did not give up a lot of easy looks on that side.
And the rebounding you just talked about, night in and night out, they controlled the boards. Nobody could match their energy in that department. There's a screen. Here's Minot. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on...
That was something to see.
Good. Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. GA, you hear about 3 levels scored. But is it just 3 levels?
That's a great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep 2s as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets.
Houston, substitution.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 15-3 run. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Rockets leading by 12. Eason passes to Şengün. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's White. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one.
Boy, White continues to be aggressive looking at that mid-range shot, and I know why. He's got a nice touch from there.
And here comes White, leading the fast break. It's stolen by Smith. One-on-one here. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. Attacking relentlessly. Always fun to see a young player like Smith just go off.
2025, Clark, was a big year for Alperen Sengun, his first All-Star selection.
And could not have been more well-deserved, Kevin. He really ramped his game up across the board and was a big reason the Rockets were transformed. I mean, if that's not All-Star stuff, I don't know what is.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Group out on the floor for the Celtics. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Fifth is Anthony Simons.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Eason. Here's Davison. Rebound by the Celtics. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game, and that will be the middle game of this three-game homestand. Houston leading by 17. Here's Finney Smith. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, number 44, Max Schulga.
Houston's gotten all four of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. And it's Shepard missing. The Celtics shooting 43% from the field. And it's Simons missing. And Adams has got the ball here for the Houston Rockets. 17-point lead, their biggest. And the three ball is good.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Davison's shot's good. Davison's got his second basket of the night.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Houston on top, delivering the blowout. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for the Rockets, Alperen Sengun out there with Tari Eason. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Shepard. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Eason's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 50% so far. Pass to Tillman. From the baseline. It's hauled in by Adams.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And it's good, 2 points.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Shepard. Tillman grabs the miss. Tillman's got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Simons, and he lays it straight in.
Strong take by Simons. I'll tell you what, he's really added some strength over the years.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Checked in for Tillman. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Kevin Durant comes in for Aaron Holiday. Durant attacking, and that one is good.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
And there is White, and that's good on the assist by Simon.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Şengün lays it up and banks it in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And they'll keep possession. And Simon's wide open. He'll fire. No good from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Eason's shot is good. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And it's in there. Capella's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Again, Simon's missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Three-pointer, Simon. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Pass to Shepard. The tray. Here's Eason. Beyond the arc. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Substitution on the court.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Tari Eason. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, Clark, with the game becoming more global, some are saying the NBA should adopt some FIBA rules to more closely align the leagues. Any changes you'd welcome?
Well, you know, Kevin, with all the shooting that teams possess now, maybe the league can get away from the defensive 3-second rule. I mean, there's so much switching and interchanging the players. The offenses are usually so well spread out. I think you should just maybe abandon that particular rule. Throw those big guys a bone and let them park inside at their own peril.
Outside, White. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Tari Eason. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Minot. Finney Smith defending. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brown. And Capella sends it back.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Rockets on offense. They're on a 16-7 run.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Şengün.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
White, good.
Well, it's so good to see White growing in confidence with his offensive game and not hesitating at all to shoot the perimeter shot.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Shepherd. In the corner, it's Eason. It's off. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
KD, you were able to clamp down defensively as the game wore on. What was the key there?
Well, we stayed patient. We contested the shots. They hit some tough ones early on. And I think in the pick and roll, we made a solid adjustment. And we turned that around. Coach made a great adjustment, and we was able to get rebounds and go.
The patience was so important. It paid off. Thanks, KD.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And now, our player of the game, Alperen Şengün.